Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how I prepare and process meat in bulk and also how I store it. And these are all bags of meat that I've processed already. Why do I do this? I do this because it helps me to make meal prep easy for me. Like, it saves me up to 2 hours. I'll take in going to market, buying the meat, coming back, processing, cooking, before I actually get to start my main cooking. So this is the hack I use to make meal prep easier for me. And also is that it helps me in my business in case I want to make peppered chicken and the rest of peppered meat. I just take from the batches I have already stored and I prepare it and it's good to go. With that being said, let me show you the brief process that is involved. So first of all, before I wash my meat, I quickly chop it up into desired sizes. Like at the market, they don't usually chop it to small pieces because it's bulk quantity and they don't usually have the time. Like this batch of meat was up to 1 bag. If you this whole bag, it was actually cow leg, that's from the waist down. So once it was home, I started by first of all cutting it into the sizes I needed and then sorting it out, like the cow leg and then the laps, thighs, the limb meat and the rest before I get to washing it. So once I'm done washing, I usually allow it to drain in the sea for at least 10 minutes because I want it to drain as much as possible the excess water used in washing it. And after that, I'll pour it into my pot for cooking. This because the meat itself is going to produce its own water, as you will see later on. Please, I want you guys to bear with me with my voice because I'm a little bit under the weather. If you know me, I am very chatty and usually elated when I make my videos, but I'm a bit down, so please bear with me for the hoarseness of my voice. So moving on, the next thing is to spice up our meat, and you can use spices of your choice. I use fresh pepper, blended garlic and ginger, thyme, salt, maggi, curry. You can also add spices as desired. If you want your meat to be a bit spicy, like very spicy, you can add a lot of pepper also to it. And after that, I'm going to cover up the pot to start simmering. So after about 10 to 15 minutes of simmering, this is what I have. And guys, I told you that I'm not adding any water to this meat because the meat will naturally produce its own water, and you can see what we have. And if you look well, you will see the broth that is already forming. This method of not adding any additional water makes the meat to be very tasty, and the broth also not just to be very tasty but also to be undiluted. Like, I get my broth which I add to my meals, and just adding that broth alone just gives my meals a whole lot of taste because it's concentrated. So the same process is what I repeat for other batches of meat, and you can see this whole wonderful broth filled and meat filled pot that I'm getting. I also didn't add any additional water to this. So guys, that's how I prepare my meat, and once I'm done, I usually pour the meat into a bucket while I pour out the broth into containers for storage in my freezer. So getting on, the next thing is to start grilling the meat in my oven. And guys, you can use a tabletop oven, but I suggest if you are doing bulk processing to get yourself a bigger oven. So this was the tabletop I was using, and it wasn't funny because I had to first of all grill and then bring it out to turn it over to grill the next side. So it wasn't really easy for me, but at a time I finally got my mini industrial oven and it made the work easier for me, like so easy for me. So I'll advise, if you do a lot of baking or grilling or roasting, anything that involves the oven, you can get yourself a bigger oven just to do this. So I usually oven dry the meat or grill the meat till it's very, very dry, and I do this under medium heat, and it takes an average of 4 to 8 hours to get dried properly. It also depends on the water content of what you are drying. Like if it's for the catfish, it takes longer than for the beef. So let me tell you more about the oven. This oven is a double pan oven and it has an outlet for gas, and you can use it also with charcoal. So it's a double serving oven, but just to save money and cost too, I usually prefer using my charcoal for grilling, and it's been so efficient. It retains heat, so you don't need to be changing your charcoal or coming to blow it or do anything on it, you know. And also I don't need to be turning my meat once it's in the oven because the heat reaches everywhere. So once I put it in the oven, I'm done. I go about my other business and I just come to check on it from time to time till it's fully dried. The dealer is in Ilorin, Kwara State, and the name of the dealer is Hatech Enterprises. They deal in both baking pans, equipment, you know, construction of ovens, all those things. So that's where I got mine from. Just in case you are around the environments of Ilorin, you can order from him. This is not a paid advert, by the way. So that's basically it, guys. Once my meat has cooled down, I pack it into, you know, bags that will help me to easily retrieve it. I pack it based on the ones for business, like the cow legs separately, the catfish, you know, just like that, so that it will be easy for me to use and ready for making any meal of my choice. Like this, I drop it inside my freezer, and in case you stay where there is no steady supply of light, that's electricity, you can just keep it in an airtight container after it has cooled down properly, or you can still leave it in your oven as long as you want. So as long as you made sure to dry it very well, like making sure almost all of the moisture is out of it, there is no fear of it spoiling, it will last you for months. So thank you for watching to the end, guys, and I hope you've learned something new. If you have, please give this video a huge thumbs up so that many people can get to see it. Also leave a comment for me in the comment section. I'll really appreciate that. Thanks for watching. If you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do so, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.